thing is, Bandai's been the best in 3D because no one's competing with them. There's no reason for them to do this shit. To go all out for like, oh, go do shit that they don't really need to do. Re-release collections of Tekken. Why do we have to do that? We don't need to do that. Who else we're competing with that we have to remind that, hey, don't worry about that other 3D fighter. Come play Tekken. There's no reason. Bandai doesn't do this stuff. Bandai doesn't do this shit because they don't have to. They're not fighting for a spot. You know? There's no 3D fighting game that's giving them a run for their money. Now hear me out. I know this is a stretch. Sega is gonna come up and lay their foot down. They're gonna come in and they're gonna lay the pipe down on the table and let these fellas know what it is. Cause Sega's already open doing the free to play. Sega's there already. Like, family. Virtua Fighter, and a lot of people don't talk about this. A lot of people don't know that Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown did more for the Virtua Fighter name than a lot of people realize, than Sega even realized. Sega dropped Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown to gauge interest for Virtua Fighter, to see if people cared. Because it's like, Bandai has been in control of 3D fighters for so long that it's like, should we actually compete? Sega put out Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown to, like, they put it out for free for 2 months just to gauge interest. See if people still care about Virtua Fighter. That shit came out, that shit got 8 million downloads. 8 million. And that made them even consider, like, yo, we might do free to play. They came to the round table, they said, yo, this free to play stuff, that might be the one. You accidentally put a condiment on something, you like, whoa, expect this. But hey, it came out solid. But Bandai messing up, Virtua Fighter is in prime positioning. Come up and snap these fellas' necks and say, hey, this is our shit. I'm telling you, they're in the position to do it. Sega sees free to play has been the big thing in video games, period, for the longest now, ever since Fortnite. Now it's like I wouldn't say it's a norm, but it's like for multiplayer gaming, it's damn near the norm. If Sega makes Virtua Fighter 6 free to play and make it look good, because Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, how that game looks compared to vanilla Virtua Fighter 5, and Sega could put out Virtua Fighter 6, make that thing look like Yakuza 7. Come on. And you can see they're open to supporting the game long term and putting things in that people was gonna like. Pros, do cosmetics so people could customize the character. I can see new stages. I can see them cross promotion. They already showing that they're willing to do that. Like, bro, I genuinely believe that Sega can come on top. They could come out on top with Virtua Fighter. Show like, hey, remember us? We were, you know what I'm saying? We out here. I think they can do it. Sega has something on their hands, and they got the right mindset. The mindset that every one of those companies that was at that round table is gonna wind up adopting. They're gonna wind up adopting that free to play mindset. They have no choice. It's either they do that or they drown on a box Riot, because Riot's gonna do it. So the only fighting games out here that's gonna be doing it is Riot and Sega. Maybe Tekken with Tekken 8. I doubt it though. Why? Because Harada is stubborn. Hell, Mike Murray is somewhat stubborn as well. I'm just dreading hearing the Tekken 8 announcement and delay netcode. Oh, you're gonna get it, baby. You got hold of that. Yeah. Do them electrics in that delay, baby. Roll back too hard for 3D fighters, but check it. Watch Virtua Fighter have rollback. I'm willing to put money on this. Watch. Virtua Fighter 6 is going to have rollback. I promise you. Clip it and ship it and save it for the day it comes, because I promise you Virtua Fighter 6 is going to drop with rollback. Sega heard, they listen loud and clear. They know what's wrong with Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. They put this out for a specific reason. They put it out to gauge interest and how people feel about Virtua Fighter. Told them about their netcode. I promise you Virtua Fighter 5 is going to drop with rollback. Whether if it's good, whether if it's bad, gonna drop with it. They're gonna announce rollback for Virtua Fighter 6. I'm so certain, bro. Like, bro. It's like, bro.